I would say that it's chaotic, it is multidimensional, and it is risky/risque.
I think that in a lot of ways it's kind of unique among like comedies because, you know, like a lot of comedies will put a lot of focus onto the acting and it's awesome. But like with The Play That Goes Wrong, it's not just the acting, it's also the set and like the build up and the gags themselves that I think like really kind of bring it to life.
I would say there's not a dull moment. There's always something happening. And we're just always giggling, so yeah.
My favorite part of the show is when things keep falling off the walls because I'm the one that gets to make that happen and I love being able to watch it happen perfectly every time and go, yes, that was awesome.
My favorite part of the show, with attempts at not spoiling it, is there's a moment where a character who is relying on a script loses their script and they have to try really hard to keep up with the script and they just have to go, oh no. It's funny.
My favorite part of the show is the scene at the end of Act 1, which I won't spoil, but the script gets caught in a loop and it's very funny. And it's very funny at the end of the build-up when all the actors just kind of start losing their minds a little bit. It's very entertaining.
So there was this one time when we were rehearsing the whole show, right? And then at one point there's a scene that involves a clock. And like in the middle of the scene, just the face of the clock fell off, just on stage in front of everyone. And I was backstage trying to keep it together and it was like the best thing ever.
One of the first rehearsals we did an improv rehearsal in character for the characters performing. And it was just hilarious and everybody had very funny interpretations on their characters, such as doing a full face of makeup and such. It was great. So during one of the very first rehearsals we had, we were doing a scene, and little spoiler, in the show there's a lot of spitting. So there's a lot of water going everywhere. And in the space we were in, it was a lot smaller than the stage that we have right now. So I was a bit closer to the people that were spitting. So like the first time we do this scene, I get a little bit of water on me from somebody else's mouth, which was a very interesting experience. I just got spat on, that was it.
I think that it's a lot of anticipating and being ready, but also being able to live in the moment and letting, while as safely as possible, letting your surprise be genuine and letting your surprise be genuine and getting to like live the show for the first time every time you do it.
Well, we've done it a lot, so you know. Also, I'm really cool, so it doesn't even faze me. I'm awesome.
I don't. I am laughing over headset and all the crew can hear me, and I'm sure that they love me for it.
For real though, I really don't. There are a few scenes that are kind of rough, pretty funny, but most of it, I don't know, just blaze through. I'm awesome.
The biggest challenge, I would say, at least for me, is how physical the show is. There's a lot of moving parts and you're constantly sweating. So yeah.
Because there are a lot of moving parts in this show, it's very difficult to like sometimes keep everything together. So when we finally get everything together for the first time, it's so hilarious and so funny and so hard to keep everything together. And yeah.
I love Annie. I love her outfit, and I love that she never quite knows where she is. She is everyone's favorite stage manager, and is just always trying her best.
My character is very much a control freak and thinks he can get out of any situation by just being very, very, very committed to whatever he has imagined. So yeah, that's what he's also very chaotic, which I personally love.
The set is its own character, and it has some of the best jokes in the whole show, I must say. It is very committed to the bit, and I respect it for that.
The Play That Goes Wrong is like definitely a comedy that's not a traditional play, as in it's a play within a play, and it's a play that focuses on both crew and actors very equally, and it's a lot of balance between like what goes on behind the scenes and what goes on stage, which makes it a very interesting dynamic.
I think the most surprising thing about performing in The Play That Goes Wrong is that everybody is always included. Like, even if you don't have a speaking role or a role that speaks a lot, you are always included in the action that's going on stage. You're always included in like the blocking. There's something for you to do no matter what you're doing.
Everything. This has been a completely different type of challenge than anything I've taken on before, and I could not have asked for a better team to make it happen.
Aww. Hi, everybody.
Because there are a lot of moving parts in this show, it's hard to like get everything right. It takes a couple times to get something right. So when you finally get it right, not only are you
Did he just walk straight
yeah,
past
he
you?
just walked straight behind me. No, were you actually recording? Yeah, we were actually recording, dude.